Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Partner in a Year with me, Nico V. This is the weekly series that I am doing where I keep a short video vlog discussing what I do every week on my steps to becoming a Twitch partner within the span of 1 year. So, I'm going to talk about this last week. This last week was kind of underwhelming. Didn't have that much growth. Got a couple follows here and there, but overall, nothing particularly special. So we started off the week with, hold on, I'm gonna pull up my schedule here because I'm very bad at remembering which one goes where. Does that ever happen to you guys? When you get older, I feel like my memory was very good, and it has deteriorated in a lot. So anyways, we're gonna start with. Oh yes, of course. How could I forget? This week was when Nickelodeon All Star Brawl came out. Okay, so first off, let's start from the beginning. Again, my memory is terrible. So we started off at 7:30 in the morning. We reacted to Sora from Kingdom Hearts getting into Smash, which was a good pick. He wasn't like who I like wanted the most, but I do think he was legitimately like the most perfect person to end the whole Smash journey and tie it all together. So I'm really happy about that. So I was like, you know what, I can get an easy clickbait video reaction because I did a reaction to Germa stream and that has almost 1,000 views at this point, which is way above my average. The Sora video, the Sora reaction video did not do very well, unfortunately, which is fine because I didn't put that much effort into it. I was like, yeah, it's easy views, right? Like it's easy. I'll just put my face screaming and I'll put Sora in the thumbnail. And I'll be like, Sora's in Smash, or just like something like that, and then I'll get a billion views. But that didn't happen, and it only got about 30 views. But oh well. I can't win them all, right? Every video is kind of like a lottery. So we did that. I am glad that I did that though because it's fine. Like, I got to take those opportunities and I had to wake up really early for it. So it was still happy and it was still a fun time. So I streamed that. And then later that night, I streamed Nickelodeon All Star Brawl, which is a new fighting game. And if you guys kind of know something about me, I used to be very, very into fighting games, specifically Mortal Kombat X. I would like go to locals and I'd go to tournaments and I'd like compete in ESL and esports and all that. Since then, I'm not as into fighting games anymore, but Nickelodeon All Star Brawl was pretty fun. Again, another thing that I think I can make very easy content for because for one, I feel like when I lock onto a fighting game, even if it's a fighting game I don't really like, I'm pretty good at just like kind of like taking it and just like committing to it. I guess like I have this like need in my mind to like I have to like get good at this and I have to learn the mechanics and I have to learn like the top tier strats and all that and like who's good and who's not in the matchups. So that'll give me something to focus my mind about. So I'm not unhappy that Nickelodeon All Star Brawl came out. Still, and I think it'll be fun. And maybe in time, if I start entering a few more tournaments with Nickelodeon All Star Brawl, what I can start to do is try to grow my stream that way. I think that tournaments are a good way to like get out there, meet people, meet top players, and then be friends with them. And then if you get good results in a tournament, that's a really good thing for your stream. So I think that could be a step in the right direction for me. Since there's just some people that like people have no idea who they are, and then suddenly they get top 8 at a tournament. Everybody starts checking out their streams, their viewers go up, their content grows up, and that actually could be a good way for me to get the ball rolling here. So I think I'm gonna start playing that game, maybe in the SoCal scene, maybe play with a few of my friends that I still know from the old MKX days, and maybe we can go from there. So Nickelodeon All Star Brawl, it's a fun game. Didn't get much growth because there is this thing that I guess new streamers are not supposed to do, and that's you're not supposed to stream high category games with a lot of streamers. And for that, the days that I was streaming that, there was a lot of people streaming it. So I'm going to we'll see where that goes. We'll see where that goes. Again, I'm not as driven as I used to be when it comes to fighting games. So I don't know if I'm gonna get super good at that game, but I'll dabble in it. I'll dabble in it. And then after that was a Left 4 Dead 2 stream, and Well, originally, the reason that I was kind of pushing for a Left 4 Dead 2 stream was, and this is where I made a mistake, and this is something I think I need to work on with like decision making and all that. So originally, the premise for the Left 4 Dead streams was during the whole month of October, me and my friends were going to try to beat every single Left 4 Dead 2 campaign on expert realism, which is essentially like the hardest way to play the game. That was our plan. We've been saying that for a long time, and I thought that Back for Blood was going to come out. Back for Blood comes out on the 12th, by the way. I thought it was going to come out on October 30th, and like I was making content for that game as well. I thought that game was going to come out on October 30th, but actually it comes out on the 12th. So I was like, okay, let's all get together this week and let's just start playing and let's try to beat as many of the campaigns as we can. So Wednesday was a day where I was gonna get ready to maybe not beat everything, but then I was gonna say maybe we can do like Wednesday and Thursday, and then maybe if we like really run through it, we could get through every single. Maybe then we could like reach our goal of beating every single stream or beating every single campaign on Expert Realism. And one of our players dropped out, so we didn't have a full party. So I was like, okay, I guess we can play. I guess we'll just play Phasmophobia because it's still a scary, spooky game. It still fits with the month of October, and we'll just do that. It's not what I wanted to do, but it's fine because these things happen, and we got to be flexible. But then what happened was I had a friend who volunteered to come on to the stream, and uh, I was like, oh, do you wanna play Left 4 Dead, right? And he said, I'll play any game. And at that point, I was kind of already just like, oh, we'll just do Phasmophobia this week, and I was already kind of in that mindset. But then the opportunity to push for the Left 4 Dead 2 stream with a with someone else. And okay, I should say this right now. I just a little bit of background. So expert realism obviously is the hardest way to play Left 4 Dead 2. And a few months ago, me and my friends were getting pretty good at expert realism. Like we were starting to tackle the campaigns like fairly regularly with our crew, and we all had it kind of in our head. But like it wasn't immediately like that. Like we had to figure things out, like friendly fire. We had to figure out like how to like communicate better. We had to figure out how to like get each other's backs and stuff like that. And that was the team that I was going to go into the streams with. So missing one person and then adding somebody else who wasn't as familiar with, like, for one, like always crouching. That was something in Left 4 Dead 2. Like just always constantly crouching, always checking your corners, and then like always like just being like super hyper aware of where your teammates were aiming and where everybody was, and like all the plans and like the strats like that. Bringing someone into that team who wasn't really familiar with how to play Left 4 Dead 2 on expert realism was not a good idea. And I think this is something that I need to work on. I need to work on my decision making, because I think it would have been a much better and much more fun stream if we just stuck with Phasmophobia and we were just like messing around, like calling out the ghosts and stuff like that. But I said at the end of it, like, because nobody really wanted to go like, oh, what game should we play? Everyone's like, I'll just do whatever. I should have said, let's just play Phasmophobia. Let's like take it easy. Instead, I was like, let's just do Left 4 Dead. We haven't done Left 4 Dead in a while. I want to play Left 4 Dead, and I want to try to beat some campaigns on expert realism. And what ended up happening was we were stuck on one campaign for 3.5 hours, and we did not beat it, which is just like super super unfortunate. So I should have made the call not to bring somebody that wasn't like completely well versed in how to play Left 4 Dead at like the highest level. Um, I shouldn't have done that. I should have just played Phasmophobia. So it's a lesson learned, and I think that's something I can, like, again, one of the uses of the vlog is I can reflect on that, and then I can move forward with it. So I think I'm gonna be a little more realistic with streams going on now when things like that happen. Like when somebody drops out, I need to be able to just say, let's play Phasmophobia instead, and try to have fun from there. Maybe get a few highlights, because that Left 4 Dead stream was extremely painful. It was painful to sit through, and it was painful to watch. The people that sat there and watched us suffer, I hope they had a good time. It wasn't very fun on our end, but as long as the people watching had a good time, then that's all that matters. And then on Friday, we had another stream, and that stream was Prey. And that's actually going to be that's going to mark the start of the spooky games month, which is something that I just came up with off the top of my head, where I'm going to throughout the month of October, I'm going to try to marathon a bunch of like not necessarily horror games, because Prey is not really a horror game, but just like games that have like kind of a spooky theme, you know. So I'm gonna try to finish a whole bunch of games. I have a list of spooky themed games that that I want to complete by the end of October. It's like 3 or 4 games total, and there's some good ones on that list, and I'm very excited to do it. So yeah, Prey was a pretty good stream. Another painful stream because like it's just a game that I'm not very good at, because it's like a slow RPG where you have to like take things slow. You gotta hide, but I'm just running around. And I want to kill everything like in Doom, and I can't do that. And that was it was like slightly painful, but again, it was still fun. And I'm gonna probably stream more of that a little bit later today. Yeah, so that was it for this week. I also watched Squid Game. That was fun. That was a really good show. However, I'm not gonna give any spoilers. I'm gonna give my short thoughts on the show, just because it was a good show. It was a great show through and through. I thought the ending was kind of stinky though. The ending kind of undercuts some of the choices that the other characters made, and that I don't know. I didn't think it was that good. I could see arguments for people that think it was a good ending, but I personally just thought it was unsatisfying and not very fun to watch. But the rest of the show I thought was spectacular up until that point. Has erased syndrome, as it's called. Okay, so that's going to be it for this episode. I've talked for a while now. Going into the next stream and next week, if you are a follower of mine and you are watching these to kind of get an idea of what you're in for in the following week, we're going to probably be doing a lot of Back 4 Blood, because Back 4 Blood's coming out, and that's a game that like all of my friends and me included wanted to like just grind out heavily. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to schedule my streams for non-Back 4 Blood games earlier in the day, and then during the like nighttime shift when everyone can get on is when Back 4 Blood's gonna happen. So if you're watching this, and again you're watching this to get a grip or like get a feel of what the next week's gonna be like, then it's pretty much gonna be Back 4 Blood almost every night. I don't want to schedule those because like not everyone, I can't really get everyone's schedules on when they can play, so I want to kind of keep it open for just like whenever. So every night could be a Back 4 Blood stream potentially, but then I'm also going to schedule streams for other games earlier in the day. So going to be a busy week for that, for Back 4 Blood content at least. And yeah, so that's all I can pretty much say. So the time slots I'm going to give on the schedule are going to be for games that are not Back 4 Blood, but then generally people should be open that any night I could be streaming Back 4 Blood, just because it's just something I want to do, and I might as well have the stream on, and I can get more footage for a review that I'm going to make that's going to take me like a couple days to make, to like write out and edit, and then it's going to get 10 views, and then I'll release a 10-second clip later that gets 500, which is just how it goes. But yeah, so we're going to end there, guys. Thank you so much for watching. This has been episode 11 of Partner in a Year. Let's hope that we can start growing soon, start getting this ball rolling, and hopefully get some momentum, and maybe we can try to get to double digits average viewers. Thanks guys so much for watching, and I will see you all next week. Bye.